can work on this. Maybe have chatting. Journey milestone. I love journey milestones on creative. It's so creative. Oh, broken butt. Broken butt. It's gonna take a lot of pieces. Since it won't let me do the won't let me do that. Oh, yeah, let's do that. We can't do that if that's there. Something else is interfering with it. Oh yeah, these. Okay. Can't place these unless... You also can't place it if you're inside the object. Oh! Really, that was far enough, right? Yep, I extended this way too far. Hmm, that's okay. That's okay. That goes out too far. Not sure what I'm going to do about that. Hmm. Hmm. What am I supposed to do about that? I put another piece out there. invalid. Oh, it's invalid because of this. Okay. Probably be in the way. Amazing. Okay. Hey, Tricky. Ah. Okay. That doesn't go out correctly. I don't know what to do about these overlap pieces. Pretty good, I guess. Really feeling not having a laptop chat function going. How are you doing? I almost forgot to ask. Can you hear me okay? I guess so. I was talking to Rob, but he had to go to the doctor. I was hoping somebody would pop in. Once again, I am working on this design. The only thing I can chat on now is if somebody streams off the PS4, I can chat on the PS4 thing, although it's a terrible, terrible chat interface, but it works. But if they stream off of a PC, I can't chat. I can watch, but I can't chat. Uh-oh, 77%. Finally, I have a complexity to see. I'm not going to be able to do that all the way out on both sides, so I have to figure out what I have room for. I found a new piece in the building. There's a cuboid that's solid. I don't know what a solid cuboid is for. You can't add anything to it, so I don't know what the purpose of it is. Solid cube. Solid cube looks like a regular cube, but you can't add anything to it. I can add cubes, I can add doorways to regular cubes, but I can't add them to a solid cube, which makes sense, but I just don't know what a solid cube is for. Can't add anything to it, can't add passageways or corridors or anything, it's just solid. They must have had a reason, I would guess. Yeah, maybe. I thought maybe it took up less complexity or something. You could use it and it was cheaper, but well, it would have to be cheaper, I would guess, since there's no real insides to it. I want this to come over. The inner workings of my ship, I've got 2 landing pads, and they're in the interior. So ships come and land through the deck and land inside, which is what I wanted. Then inside the ship, I want there to be passageways, so you can hook to the landing pad, and you can have passageways that go around. So the passageways are linked inside, but the landing pads themselves are actually outdoors, but they'll be on the inside of the ship. But it's even okay as far as the weather. It'll still pass for the inside once you close it in. 'Cause I've done that on other builds. I like these like steel girder looks. You can't add anything to them except other cubes. So I use a regular cube, put these little pieces attached to it, delete the regular cube, and then bring in the construction cube. So it looks like they're attached. It looks like these pieces are attached, but they're not. They're just sitting next to it. But I'm going to run out of complexity here, so I'm going to have to be more frugal in my building, because you have to have the outside of the ship or there's no point in doing this. Of course, many people would say there's no point to it in the first place, but it's all just for fun. I like having interesting bases. But you've got to have the ship on the outside. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, get it back. Get it back. Oh, I wish I'd quit doing that. Just trying to do material there. Makes no difference. The underside of them is a board look. You can't see it on the top side, but for some reason I need to have it look that way on the inside. I guess it's an OCD thing. Okay. I'll have to fix that when I get down there. Okay. Now, that's the passageway. this connects right here. So I don't know what I want for a door, for inner workings here. That goes into the ship. Hi Sabjazz, how's work going? Oops. What's up, y'all? Oh, you're home, huh? That must be nice. So now you can do some gaming. Bet you're happy. Oh, so mini stream, okay. Look, it's gonna be a short party, Tricky. But short's better than nothing. You gonna do Horizons? A tea party? Can it be some coffee in it? I'm not much on tea, but I like coffee. I know you like coffee too. Okay, that doesn't need to be there. Don't need the deck out there. I brought that out too far. I am too. I usually only drink 4 cups at a time, but yeah, I just figured you wanted to finish it, but maybe you're still frustrated. It's hard to be frustrated on live stream. That's right, coffee is life. Or as I tell people, hot creamer. I don't know how much of it's actually coffee to me. I don't like it without creamer. Oh, you finished Horizon yesterday? I didn't know. I thought you were still waiting to finish it. I hadn't even... I feel so cut off with no laptop to stream. I mean, to surf with. I don't... PlayStation, feel like you have a bag over your head and you can't keep track of what's going on. Oh, guerrilla tactics. So you mean you went stealth? I'm... I don't know exactly what you can do stealth-wise because I haven't really paid that close of attention. You're the only one I know doing it stealthy. Oh, cool. Well, now that I know it's there, I'll have to look for it. Living in PS4 mode is like it's like being lost in a sea of what's the word? Can't see the haystack for the I don't know. There's a saying in there somewhere. Something really clever that didn't come to me. Guns blazing. cool. Why not like to play that? Just having to get a laptop's going to severely limit my new gaming ideas. It's a cheap computer, but still costs money. Dang it, quit deleting things, you dummy. I want material, not delete. Ah. Yeah, in creative mode there's a solid cube. We don't know what it's for. Can't attach anything to it but other cubes, so why wouldn't you just use an empty cube? Unless maybe it's a complexity thing and they take up less complexity maybe. That's the only thing I could think of. Okay, you're not gonna delete it this time. How is that idea? No, I did it anyway. Ah! It's like having ladders in creative mode but not in survival mode. Yeah, but why wouldn't you use an empty cube to attach to? Doesn't make any sense. Just like, it doesn't make any sense for me to keep deleting things instead of painting with a material. I just keep doing it. I need to have board pattern on the inside. Nobody's ever going to see it, but I got to have it looking that way. So stupid. Hey, Gaming Mike. Sorry about accidentally inviting you. I was trying to invite Moon and he's next on the list, and I didn't realize I did it until you said something. Then I felt really foolish. It's like invite somebody but then say, oh, I didn't mean to invite you. It's like the ultimate insult. Sorry, didn't want you, wanted somebody else. I hate that sort of stuff. I don't like embarrassing people and making them feel like they weren't wanted. That was nice of you to say no worries, so it makes me feel better. Yeah, that's true. I'm not. It's one of the things I'm most afraid of, being embarrassed. Anything else I can handle, but being embarrassed I can't. Let's do photo mode here and see how this is looking. Don't have a conning tower yet, but it'll get there. Complexity is starting to show up. I'm in the low 70s, I think. Doesn't really look like a ship, but oh well. Yeah, I did the ship before in survival, but I want to know how the landing pad function works inside. So I had to see how it matched up. I want the ships appearing to actually land on the deck. I just have to have them disappear inside. But now you can go from landing pad to landing pad on the interior and have like this function here that goes to the door of the circle room you can't get rid of. I like it to be inside. Gotta have the stupid thing. I want to make sure it matches up. But landing pad can be you can get to it from the inside. Okay, now I gotta finish the outside and see if I'm gonna have enough complexity left to do it the way I want to. This is how I get myself killed on survival, is doing this on survival and not making my jumps and falling to my death. That's how I usually die. Yeah, that touches. Yeah, that's the only way to play Tricky. Gotta have hostile sentinels, otherwise it gets boring. Not sure I'd recommend Frenzied and Extreme Weather at the same time, but I don't have any messy predators to mess with. That's the one thing I don't handle. I can't handle predators. My poor aim really gets to me there. Okay, so I like this little walkway. So need that to turn. But it won't let me do it. It won't let me come up. So I gotta do it a tricky way. And I don't mean a tricky way, I mean my tricky way. There we go. Now we can go up. Oh, I don't mean material. I mean delete. Okay, now that I have that there, I can add on to it. Creative mode should have unlimited jetpacking, you would think. There's only the tricky way, yeah. So it's a good name you have. I like that. It works out well for all kinds of wordplay. Okay, now let's close this. I can see the complexity problem's going to hit me. So hopefully I can finish the outside of the ship and not run out. Still have some interior stuff I can do. With 2 landing pads, you know it's going to hurt. I'll go to 1 landing pad if I have to. I hope I don't have to. Still got to build the conning tower, and it needs windows. Got to have windows on my conning tower. That eats up a lot of complexity with windows. Should be a better word for complexity too. It's too hard to say. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, now need a piece to go there. It's got to be angled the right way. Now go there. I was talking to Rob before he went to the doctor. He left it on, so the sounds in the background are actually sounds in his house. Probably Marley or somebody doing something. Every once in a while I hear a click, but nobody's home. I don't think anybody's home, because Sue's at work. If anybody else wants to join and to chat, that is perfectly good. Oh yeah, the party's private. That's right. I made it from the friends list. I forgot. Oh well. Near the stream area. Okay. That doesn't match up the same way. I got this. The deck needed to come over one more. Wish I'd have thought of that earlier. Always think of things after the fact. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Okay, so now I gotta remove all those pieces since I screwed that up. Okay. Now you don't need to be overlapped. Okay, that goes there. This needed to go one more over. I've never done Minecraft. I don't even know what it's like. I've seen a little bit of it. Oh, oh, falling down on the chair and I can't get up. It was weird. When my laptop broke, a whole bunch of things happened. I fell out of bed while I was asleep, hit the floor, skinned my knee. My head got close to my laptop, which I had to set on the floor on its side to keep it from overheating. It has a broken screen, so I never could use it to look at anyway. I think my head might have hit the laptop. Just kind of a weird coincidence that the hard drive gave up the ghost at the same time, so it was already dying. So maybe I hit it and that caused the hard drive to finish dying? I don't know. Okay. No. Yeah, okay. So those have to go. Those have to go. That would have been almost a death on survival. Okay. That's okay. Now that can go up. This is where it was supposed to be. This is probably going to take too many pieces, and I'll have to just block it in with something bigger. But we'll see. We're at 78%. That's 22%. That's 44 cuboids I can do. I think that'll, if I finish this, it'll leave me just enough to do the conning tower, maybe. Probably should build the conning tower first, so I know how to finish it. Yes, that was an excellent idea I just finally thought of 8 days late. Like most of my ideas. 8 days late in the creative department and the brain power. So, let's build the conning tower. Want it sort of in the middle. I think that's the way aircraft carriers generally had it. Sad probably knows more about that than I do. I like military history and I like military hardware. I don't like war at all, but I like the hardware. Okay, so I'll have to make a spot for that to appear. Right about there, I guess. Gotta have room for that to come over. It's gonna have to be a real cuboid. Oh, oops, wrong side. Gotta go over there where the cuboid hallway is. I want that construction look. I was telling Tricky I like the steel girder look for construction purposes. But you can't attach anything to that thing, so I understand the look of the steel girder look, that's what that's for, but the solid cuboids don't have a look. They look identical to a Rooker cuboid. So unless it's a complexity thing, I don't know what else they would be for. Okay, there's the hallway. I want that about in the middle. So right about there. And that won't work because it runs into, oh no, it's this right here. Gotta get rid of this so I know how it can fit in. Okay, now I can come over. Just has to go up on the way there, so we gotta go over one more. I'll have to move the deck for the time being. There, and then there. And then get rid of this piece, because the deck needs to go there. And let's see, I can't go down with this angled piece in the way. So I gotta get rid of the upper angled piece for this hole. Wish I could angle these side pieces, these actual room pieces. That would make this look a lot better. But I only know how to angle the cuboids. Let's see, get rid of view. And that can, let's see, how far over is that? Okay, that's good. Something's not right about that. I'm thinking about something backwards, I think. Gotta see it from a different angle. Yeah, this is creativity, all confusion and mistakes and trial and error. It looks later like you're a genius, but you're not, you're just persistent. That's all it really is. Okay, that's the conning tower. The deck has to come over to here. So we want the deck see, I can't see which way it's oriented. Yeah, it's oriented right. That one's not. Alright, that's the edge of the deck. So the conning tower can go up from there. I'm crazy about World War II type era ships and the aircraft. I love World War II aircraft. But I also love World War I aircraft and World War I ships. There's a theme in there somewhere. Okay, you can come up like that. Deck comes over. We don't want the deck over. Deck's over too far there. Pretty sure I'm going to run out of complexity with these side pieces. I may have to do it different. Okay, conning tower up. Need a piece there and a piece there. I had a friend that got to ride on a Lancaster bomber. When I was in England, we had an air show on our base. Our base was temporarily at Greenham Common while they redid our runway. But we had an air show at Greenham Common, and they had a Lancaster on display. The British aerobatics team performed. The Lancaster was there, and he was a fellow weather observer like me, and he happened to meet some of the people from the Lancaster bomber, and they took him up for a flight. I was so jealous. I would have loved to have done that. I'm terrified of heights, but whoops, I'll do anything to fly in a vintage aircraft. Even be terrified. Okay. I don't know if that really looks good, but I like having the balcony. These balconies are great for fighting sentinels from. You put a door. If you ever want a good way to fight sentinels on a hazardous, hostile type sentinel planet, make a little thing like this elevated, put rails on it. Sentinels have a AI that makes them want to go low. So you can either put a ramp out from a door and stand on it, and they'll get under it, and it gives you a way to block their shots, or stand on a little balcony like this with a rail. And they have to shoot over that rail, so they have to raise themselves up high enough to get shot. And they don't like to come up that often, so it gives you a way to fight multiples without getting killed. Oh, you worked on a RAF base, huh? Cool. I knew lots of civilians that worked on my base. They lived nearby me when I lived off base, which I had to do because I was only an airman. And I was at RAF Upper Hayford, and it's not an open base anymore. It's just overgrown and stuff. But anyway, I don't remember his name anymore. He worked with me, but he got to go up in that Lancaster. I didn't know anything about Lancasters at the time because I only knew about American military aircraft at the time. I know more about other countries' military now, but I didn't then. I remember thinking the Lancaster seemed like something from World War One. Okay. I got my balcony. I need a balcony on both sides. So I've got to put a floor in. Can't put floors in if you put windows in, so you got to put the floor in before you put the windows in. You're close to Duxford. I don't know Duxford. That wasn't an American base. I was civilian. The company I worked for was based on the basis, so Oh yeah. I was on a base in America, an old SAC base in Montana named Glasgow. I had to have a top secret clearance so I could go eat dinner because the only cafeteria was in the alert area where the nuclear weapons and the B-52 crews were. So I actually got to eat with the B-52 crews because it was just a small cafeteria, but that served for base food for everybody. So you had to have a top secret clearance to ride a shuttle bus into the alert area to go to the cafeteria to eat. So yes, I had top secret clearance so I could eat, not because I had any kind of a job that required it, which is really ironic in a lot of ways. So when I went to my next base, they said, "Why did you have a top secret clearance? That doesn't make any sense to us. Something's wrong with that idea." And I said, "Because I had to eat dinner." They said, "What? That can't be true." And I said, "Well, it is." I had top secret clearance to eat. RAF Falconberry. I heard of Falconberry. It wasn't one of our bases, I don't think, but so it's an American base now. See, it wasn't an American base when I was there. We had Bentwaters, we had Upper Hayford. Can't think of them all now, but I knew them then because they each had a weather site, so they showed up on my printout for observations. Okay, that's the cube. I like that cube look. But I gotta have a door. I can't have a window if there's a door. I love these force field doors because you can see out of them so easy. Okay, we gotta have rails. If you don't have rails, you can have a ladder. But you can't stack the ladders for some reason, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So I could put a ladder right there. Let's see, where was the ladder? See how easily I get distracted? Amazing. Can't remember where the ladder was. Not there. Can't find it all of a sudden. It's there somewhere. I think they filmed a movie at my base after I left. One of the James Bond movies was, part of it was filmed on a base, and it was my old base. Octopussy, I think is the name of the movie. There's a flying sequence in it, I think. Took place at a military base. Okay, up. I never can chat and function, so everything comes to a halt when I start talking. I'd like that to go out one more. I'd like to have a bigger balcony. I don't know if I'm going to end up with it, but I'm going to try. You're making this difficult for no reason at all. The roundabout ways you have to do this because of the way the interface works. Okie dokie, Sabjazz. Thanks for dropping in. Going to all this trouble to make this, and I won't even be using it because I play on survival. At least I'll know how to build it in my head. I'll have a pattern I can follow on survival and make it easier on myself so I don't die 17 times building it. Oh wait, Sab, wait, come back, Sab. What did you read wrong? Oh, I did too. I thought he meant he was going to watch other things on PS4, but he meant he was going to watch on PS4 so he can't chat. I get it. Now he had to come back to tell us. Yes, we are handicapped. The two mics are handicapped. The Mick and Mike duo is handicapped. We're all handicapped in some way. Okay, we can get rid of the door now. Not the whole cube. Swear. If I had a brain, I'd be rich, because it would work. Instead of a malfunctioning brain. Okay, window. This occurred to me, that the windowed cube probably is less complexity than putting a cube with windows all the way around. Yeah, Tricky knew. Mike and Mike didn't know, but Tricky knew. Why is that, Tricky? What's wrong with us? Diagnosis, please. What is wrong with us? Why are we so horribly wrong all the time? I'm falling into Bill Murray there in Stripes. I tend to do Bill Murray all the time. I don't know why. What do you think? Do you think a windowed cube is less complexity than a cube that you have to add windows to all the way around? My gut says yes, but who knows? I like having that view up, looking out the top though. That's great. I just love windows. And I have an area to fight, a two-spot area to fight sentinels with. Although I don't get to fight them on the creative. How boring is that? That is so cool. What is that you're seeing as a reflection? Is that the clouds? Or is that like an atmospheric storm I'm seeing in the window? That's weird. Huh, and you can still put a balcony on it. Isn't that weird? If they want to, you can pop up top and fight them. I just thought of something. Let's see. Oh, the other door's in the way. Can't do that. Okay. Never mind. I was going to put a ladder, but door's in the way. Can't have a ladder and a door. That'd be crazy. Come over here, mister. You can land. There are landing pads. No waiting. I don't know why they go for so long hovering, flying around and don't land. And then all of a sudden they start landing, and then they go back to not landing. Okay. Now my complexity is what? No, that wasn't what I wanted. I gotta be in build mode. 82%. Oh. I do have an interior. I do have a conning tower. I don't know if that's the final versions, but gotta fit it all in together. And since they don't give you a running total of complexity until you get up in the 70s or 80s, make it hard on you for no reason. They could easily have the complexity show all the time. Not sure that looks right with one piece coming up. I think it might look better to have at least two on one side. Let's see. I'm not sure the board look is right either, come to think of it. Let's see. See if I can get the material, get in the right mode, go with the corroded look, because I like that corroded look. Looks more ancient shippy. Whereabouts are you in the universe in relation to... Oh, you mean me? I have no idea. It's been a while since I plotted myself on my program, or Ron's program. I don't remember where I was. If I remember right, I think I've never really made an effort to go anywhere, so I'm still basically where I started, so it's probably 170,000. I don't know where Sabjazz's planet is, come to think of it. Is it near the center? I was basing that on the idea that he was near the center, but that's Rob's planet that's near the center. Can't have a door there because it's half a cube. So I can't have one below. Top right region. Yeah, it's funny. My program works out the same way. It matches up to Ron's program. I think it's because of the way the coordinates work. Both programs are oriented the same way, accidentally. Top right. I actually think I'm in the top right area. I'll have to look. I'll have to use that. I've still never used his program, but I think the reason why it didn't work for me when I tried to use it, I don't think I was using the right version of it. I think I was using a version that wasn't working right. I just haven't tried it again yet. This program's a lot slicker than what I've got. Mine's just a bare bones thing to tie hex to decimal to the 4095 by 4095 by 256 coordinate system. 4 squares from the right, 5 squares down. Okay. I won't be probably, Mike, but thanks for popping in. If the chat dies down, I'll probably vanish. The only reason I do this on streaming is so I can chat with you guys or anybody that wants to talk. I'll talk to anybody. I'll even talk to Gaming Mike. Toby Tyke is now online. That's Man Cave. Man Cave. Hello, Coney Borney. You're one of Mike's subscribers, if I remember right. I don't tend to have subscribers because I don't really stream that much. I have a few, mostly all just friends, which is fine by me. Friends are better than subscribers anyway. Okay, I can go below it. Okay. But I've got to have, this one's got to be straight, so I'll have to delete it and delete it, not paint it. Okay, there. Now, if I have it like that, since you can't have a door with half a cube, or you won't be able to fit in it, so if I stick this out one and go up, I have a place for a door to be that you can get to from the deck. Oh, wait a minute. I can't have that showing, so I gotta have this. There. Can't have anybody peeking inside the ship. That would be rude. Okay, so I've got a door. Just have to jump down a little bit. You can go inside. Now, back to building. Can't remember where I left off. The weirdest looking aircraft carrier. With hidden landing pads inside. Okay. I think I remember where I left off now. Oops. I don't think that's right. Maybe it is. Nope. Something's not right. Oh. Okay. There's the ladder right next to that. Okay. Now I remember where it's at. What do I want? Oh, I was already on what I wanted. Hmm. Wish that lined up better. That's the edge of the deck. I don't understand why that doesn't line up the same. Some little thing here that I'm not grasping at the moment that I'll think of 8 hours later. Why doesn't that match up to there? Yeah, okay. There's that noise again. Robert's gonna have a fit when he finds out his house was streaming while he wasn't there. I should figure out how many of these little things can be fit into one percentage. Let's see. I'll add them and wait till it changes to 85. After I get rid of my mistake. Okay. Okay, there's 84. Now, how many does it take to go to 85? We shall see. I gotta go at it from this angle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, surprisingly quite a few. 19, yeah, he wasn't streaming. I was just in voice chat with him. I started streaming after he left. Didn't realize he had left his volume. He was still in the party and making noise till after he left. Okay. Yeah, he never was streaming. 20. 21. 21 of those little pieces, Savjaz, for 1 percentage point. Two cuboids per percentage, or 20 or 21 of these smaller pieces. So you can have quite a few of them. I don't know if it looks better having this deck piece like a walkway, or it looks better just to have the this. I don't know, which way do you think it looks better? To have them like a walkway, or not to have the walkway but have it cover this hole somehow? Okay, Tricky. See you later. Have a good day. I don't know. I can never make up my mind at the time. It always comes to me later that I suddenly realize I hated it. I gotta go back and fix it. Hmm. You mean without the walkway platform? Is that what you mean? Yeah, 'cause I'm really torn by it. I don't. Uses up a lot of pieces too. So you mean like this? Well, not like that, but like this? Get rid of it? Not sure it serves any purpose other than make me fall. I gotta fix all this. I don't think I like it either. Just can't make up my mind. trouble is it leaves this gap and you can see through, and when you can see through it ruins the immersion. Start to realize it's just a bunch of junk tacked together. Let's get on the inside. Okay, like that. Get rid of that. And then, see if I can do it. So I want to cover that gap. Okay. It doesn't work. I don't know. I'm getting tired. My brain is saying food. Must have food. I noticed there's a bigger piece that's not on survival. You have these little pieces, but on the build menu, there's this piece. And I don't think those are on survival. I don't remember seeing that. And really, that would save a lot of time and probably complexity, maybe. I don't know. But I've got to bring this down all the way, and since this is not permanent, it doesn't matter if I don't do it efficiently. I just want the pattern in my head, so when I do it on survival, I know what I'm doing without a lot of trial and error. Trial and error will kill you on survival. Oops. Material. Why I'm going to all that trouble, it doesn't really matter. Not only does it really matter, oops, got to get back in the field. Yeah, that's a problem. Hmm. You can clip into things if the gap is right, and the gap isn't right. To change the gap means completely removing the side hull and moving it out a little bit and then starting over. That's a lot. But this is what creative mode is for. See what you got to do so you don't have to make mistakes later. Okay, I don't need that. Oops. Making a lot of mistakes now because I'm getting tired. Always happens. Okay. I don't really need to finish this end. I already know how to do it, so there's nothing really to be learned. Just got to figure out how I'm going to do. If I'm going to go with small pieces or cubes. Cubes would be a lot easier. Not sure which looks better. I can't believe I've been doing this for an hour and a half, and I started before I started streaming. Time flies. I know what I'll do. I'll go to the end I didn't finish and try it the other way, just to make sure I know what I want to do. Okay, now. Let's see if I can tilt that back. Sometimes I can't tilt it back. Sometimes it will and sometimes it won't. Let me see. I want it to be matched up. I want it to be correctly aligned. And if they're aligned when they start, then they'll be aligned later. Yeah, now it's going to work. Now since it was attached when I did it, it'll be correctly lined up and not it's really hard to align these cubes if they're not attached. Because you can't really see what you're doing. I want that to be the end of the ship. I want to see if keyboards are a better way to go. Can't believe it's letting me clip into the landing pad like that. Let's go over here and get up on top. It's not going to let me. The landing pad's going to get in the way. If you get up here, they won't work. So I got to come out one. Okay, that's going to be where the end is. So get rid of the deck for now. Okay. Okay. So too far. Weird. Well, I don't like that PS4 thing very much. Never really had to rely on it before. Okay, so it has to come out one more now. Wait a minute. Okay. If I would have known how much room I needed for the landing pads in the beginning, I could have aligned the cuboids so that they'll clip okay. Because if you get them too close, things won't clip into them. What was that shadow? Oh, just you passing by. Hello, Jimmy Hendry. I saw you in somebody's stream yesterday. It won't clip. This one's too close. But for this, it doesn't really matter. Okay, get off of there. Why I'm wearing this earpiece, nobody's talking to me. Okay. Hi Alan, how you doing? What do you think, Sabjazz? Which is better? This end or the other end with the full-size cuboids? I'm going to still have to use little pieces to cover the gaps anyway, but either way it's not a ship, but no, it won't be any sleeping, not during the day. It's not even 9 a.m. If I sleep during the day, I'll be up all night, and there's not much going on at night. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Okay. Let's see, this is the big end, okay. Yeah, creative planets tend to be this way when you first start creative mode. You always get a real pretty planet. My base planet on survival looks like this. It's probably even prettier than this planet in some ways. It's got nice rounded hills that tower up. It's really nice. It's just got frenzied sentinels and severe, what do you call the upper level weather? Can't think of it all of a sudden. So you like this side, okay. And that's probably what I'll do when I do it on. I've got my ship. My base actually looks like an aircraft carrier on survival. Just doesn't have the landing pads inside. And I noticed my sides weren't far enough out for the landing pads to fit inside, so I was going to have to rebuild it to do it. Rebuilding was costing me a fortune. I never, oh yeah, that's right, okay. Landing pad. And you can land on your landing pad even if it's enclosed, so. And ships will come in and land on it too. And then you come around here. That goes to the conning tower. Mine do too, lots of times. I try not to show those though. You keep at it, you'll figure it out, and you'll get better at it. I think I'm just barely good enough to get by so far. Both landing pads are connected inside, so if you have complexity left over, you can go ahead and expand it inside here. You can put all your plants in here and do it that way. I still have to have room for windows. I like to be able to see. Especially like to watch the ships land, so I like to have windows where I can see what's going on. I actually like to see the inside, so that's why I like the steel girder look for cuboids. It makes it look more real. I'm basically done with this for the moment, so I'll just keep piling windows on as long as it'll let me. There it is, 99%, as far as you can go. Every bit you can save on the outside leaves you room for the inside. There's that stupid round room I hate so much. Should be able to do something with that round room, like move it where you want it. But then that brings up the whole thing about putting your base anywhere you want it in the first place, which I hope you get to do at some point on PS4. So yeah, I'm not planning on keeping the creative anyway, so it's just basically trying to work out what I could do on survival without making so many errors, because survival can really kill you with errors. That's all I really play. Yes, it will. It will be hard. I don't tend to make a lot of plants and stuff, so I have room to mess around. I do like it when the NPCs land in my base, and I used to have a cube and the landing pad was inside, so they come landing inside. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. I don't like PC too much. I like it. You have to stick to a framework that everybody follows. Once you get to PC and mods and things, there's no frame of reference anymore. Put windows on the roof. That's weird. I think I got a little carried away with the oops. That felt really funny. Yeah, if you don't have a framework for everybody to start from and work from, I don't know. It bugs me for some reason. I'm not saying it's the right or the wrong. I just, for me, it is. It bugs me. I don't like to bug myself. Alan, if you make these little balconies with the rails, you can be on hostile planets and fight sentinels, and even multiple sentinels. You can hold them off. If you get in trouble, you just duck in the door. But they'd like to get below, so they'll get down below this rail and they'll rise up, and they rise up. They don't tend to rise up all at the same time. You can pick them off and fight them. I'm just about ready to cross 3,000 sentinels killed, mostly just from fighting them while I'm building. That's where most of my fights happen. Unless I just get in the mood to kill stuff, and then I fight them longer. But this probably won't be how my survival one will end up looking. Like Savjaz says, I'll have to cut corners. I'll have to make it fit. Oh, there he is. Hey, still shows. I tried to make it deep enough so they didn't show. Some of those ships are just really tall. I'll have to ask him to leave. His kind is not wanted here. He must be Gek. Sorry, Sab. He's Gek, but can't help it. Oh, well, I think that's it for now. I gotta go get something to eat, or I'm gonna pass out on stream. There he goes. Bye. Okay, who next? I need a guy down on the deck to flag him in. Here we go. Still shows a little bit. No copy, not done. Okay, Alan, see you later. Entertain you? Let's see, I'm not very entertaining. I don't know what the heck I would do. It's creative. What can you do in creative anyway? If I had sentinels here, I'd battle the sentinels. I love doing that. See you, Jimmy. Oh, you're saying see you to Alan. Okay. Let's see, I was out of, here he comes, look at that. Hey, he almost hit me. Crazy drivers? Must be British. Hey, they make fun of me all the time. They make fun of Americans all the time, so I can do it back. They know I like them. Hmm. Well, sorry, Sav. I guess entertainment's gonna have to end. It's your turn. You got to stream now, so you can entertain me. I need constant entertainment. 98%. Cool. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about some of those side quests. I saw a title on a video yesterday, something about a hidden side quest in the game. You heard anything about that? Go the other way. Shorter. Oh, I must have gone right by it. Where are you? I can't see you. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Oh, really? No marker, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the side quests. I've seen a lot of the story, but hello, Dean Brown. Just getting ready to end this, just through playing around and chatting, but glad you popped in. Let me get rid of these. I want to see what it looks like. Let's see, that doesn't really need to be there. The the cuboids with the windows added must be more intensive than the cuboid with all the windows already in it, because my complexity is going down as I do this. Hmm. Yeah, I have to keep that in mind for the future. Certain pieces are less memory intensive. Not sure what to do about that gap. Yeah, I don't know what that is, that noise. Sounds like something's falling. He's probably up on the kitchen counter eating something he's not supposed to. I didn't have this gap on survival. I must be doing something different. I'll figure it out eventually. Well, Sab, I hope you're ready to function on your own now without entertainment, because this TV show is winding down. There's that noise again. Maybe it's a ghost. Yeah, a good shield recharge. Yep, that's true. You need those on survival, on frenzied planets. I have a bad habit of building bases in the cold, on my planet, and falling asleep while I'm outside. It's amazing how many deaths you can get while you're asleep. And every time you die, it wipes out your save, so you couldn't go back if you wanted to. You're just left with a busted up character. Well, the whole point of doing this was to get these landing pads inside. I don't like how fat it makes the ship, but I guess it's the price you pay. Okay, Sad Jazz, is it okay if your entertainment logs off? Please? Please? Maybe? Please? I'm hungry. I gotta eat. Don't let me starve. I don't know why I'm saving it. Just habit, I guess. Okay. Hey, cool. I'll be watching you then. Um, you're on PS4, right? I don't know if I'll be able to chat, but I'll be there. You're welcome. Thanks for watching. Leave the usual $5 tip in the outbox, like most people don't do. See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Now I will very skillfully turn the broadcast off.